Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Cam's Tech Talk in another session. We are going to learn about security. What are the top 7 features you should look at it when you're going into your Salesforce? I'm not going into in-depth configuration because not everybody like configuration, not everybody technical, right? We need to look after both teams. So yes, this might be a tip for the juniors, business analyst, any level. They should know about these things. Let's get in touch. But before I dive into any session, please don't forget to subscribe and like the channel. So let's start. What topics I'm going to cover is number one, I'm going to view the audit trail. Second one I'm going to cover is login history, identity. Third one is user level login history, password policy. Then we have a login access policy, health check. And then also the last one is network access. Okay, so I'm going to share the screen and I'm going to show you how these things works and look out about these settings. Okay, right, let's come to my Salesforce and you can see my screen. And this is where everything comes in. I'm on Salesforce and let's check the audit first. So where is audit? So I'm in the setup in the Salesforce already logged in. So here is the Salesforce URL. You got the setup button is from here on the top right hand side. You click on it and I type audit. If you don't want to follow this quick tips, you can also go down to the bottom. You can look out for security and you can also look out for identity, right? Where you can see all the login histories and other identity providers. But obviously, as I mentioned, we're not going in detail, but we're going into step by step the top 7 items. Where the first one is, I'm going to look for the view setup audit. And this is here, setup audit. Where is it? And it's at the bottom in the security, right? Let's click here. Right, where you can see, so who logged in at what time, you can see the list of users or their timings, right? And what they've done, what custom objects do they have access to, and do they have any delegation? If not, then you can't see. Okay, who's controlling what? Basically, it's mentioned here. Again, it's a very easy tip, basically, who's doing what, right? Then again, I'm going back to the setup and let's remove from here the setup button and go back to identity now, because next one I want to see the login, right? So here is login history. So this is the top level login history. Who logged in? What was the IP address? What date and time they logged in? What browser, the login type, the platform, the application, what was the login basically actually typed when they try to log in. Okay, so it's about the whole audit history. You can download this file and share with your managers as a CSV file about the all logins. Okay, you want to check the web login site. Obviously, these are all different setups. You can filter via the pick list, but I want to see all logins. You can check it via this one. Okay, so that was the first one. Now, as I mentioned, this is identity level. Now we can also check by user, right? So we have users here listed in the Salesforce, and I go and click the user, and let's go to the username called Cam, obviously myself. Right. So obviously these two attempts, what people normally go to, last login and thing, but I don't care about that one for now. I want to see how frequently this user can or is actually using, or how many success, or if there is any failure. This is kind of a troubleshooting for admins or support analyst, or maybe the business analyst who's sometimes supporting Salesforce as well, which they have to do it sometimes. It's a nature of the role. Okay, you come here and you check it out, right? IP is very important. I will come back to this IP later on, because sometimes you do get, because of the IP, you get a message says failure. And that means success is failure, which means maybe it caused by IP address. Okay, but I will come back to that later on. We will be covering. Okay, so this is a user level security where you can see the security login history, what happened. Now we're going into the fourth one, password. Oh, this is, you're gonna love it. I love it, and it's a cheeky one as well, because as a developer, if you are really technical, you want to avoid some things which you should not, which I'm giving you a heads up. You should not, but we do it. I do it sometimes. So where is password? And password policy. There you go. And here, so user password expire. I said never expire, which is don't do it. Always keep it to 60 days, 90 days, 30 days, depending on your company IT policy, right? I'm just using my developer. I said never expire. So then enforce password history, no password remember. No. Again, come back to your company IT policy. You need to follow. So guys, again, in depth, I'm not going to detail about every single thing. It's on Google. Everything is available. You can easily search and find out. There are, as I said, there are many YouTubers who do per topic different things. You should look out. I'm covering the high level bullet points and 7 points. So this is helping the role that you're going to do it in the company. Okay. Again, what type of message you want when you forgot password? Is there any help link? And you can link accordingly those things at this stage. Okay, so that was all about the password policy. Right. Next one is login access policy. So let's go back here, and where is login access policy is actually here, right? So login access is administrators can log into any user if you are enabled. So org-wide, the admins of this Salesforce, they can log in on behalf of users. This helps the support users. So let's say someone in sales and they don't know how to run the report, particular report, they can't handle it. You can log in as that user, as a admin, but if you're making any changes, actually it will record, guys. So don't be fooled that you are making changes for on behalf of someone. Everything is recording in the audit trail for Salesforce that you logged in as that user on behalf of this user, all that kind of. Okay, so be careful with it. But this is kind of ability you can log in on behalf of other users. If you enable it, it will enable for all your Salesforce org. Second one is salesforce.com support. When you raise a case with Salesforce, they need authorization, who can access basically. So can everyone access this or not? You can decide from here to provide the access to the Salesforce support team, right? Yes or no? You have the policy here. Okay. Next one is a health check. So health check is here, which is kind of giving you ability to check how good is your Salesforce based on your policies that you have built in. Okay, like mine is poor because you know what I did. I changed the password policies by myself just to change things basically, which is obviously not the right thing. As I mentioned before, it's not right. Okay, so based on that, you can run this report, and this report you can run what is at high risk, what is at medium risk, what is at low risk. So you have 3 different levels of this report, which you can run, export, and discuss within the team and talk about it, guys, how we can improve and what we need to be corrected to make this in a more than 80-90%. So that will look good. Okay. Now, last one is network access. Okay. So network access you can do from here. I just press network, and obviously from the security folder as well, you can do. So this is something, avoid the you want to fix some IT range, and this helps sometimes. Some businesses, they don't allow people to work my Salesforce from anywhere else rather than only on your laptop. So laptops has IP addresses, right? When business roll out your laptops, they provide IP addresses. You can restrict the Salesforce with the IP, guys. Only these ranges can access the Salesforce. Okay. Now, if you're working from home and you want to whitelist your IP, you need to request the Salesforce admin, guys, I'm working from this location for today. Can you whitelist? Otherwise, I will log in as a VPN so I don't get that kind of threat from network to, they blocked me or they don't want me to access the Salesforce. Okay, so you access these things from here. Also, to avoid some kind of the two-factor authentication, you can actually filter your IP if you're working from home and you whitelist your IP address with your IT administrator. Then if you put that range in here with the authorization, then you can actually access your computer or your Salesforce from here. This is the reason this is security. So some companies, they have a VIP contact database into their Salesforce, and they don't want people to download their data onto their personal laptops or anywhere if they're accessing their Salesforce. To avoid that kind of situation, you can restrict everything so people don't go out. And if you want to come out, or if you want to utilize, whitelist those IPs, and when, if there is anything happen, the IT team or Salesforce team can track where was that leak happen and who did it. It's all tracked. Okay, so hope you like it. This is all about the security. You can also arrange this security at profile level. So when you go to profile, and I'm going to the profile, and I'm going straight to the standard profile for now, and let's say any profile, look, even administrator as well. So I go to Salesforce admin profile, and here IP range, and I can say I want this particular standard profile, I want them to access the Salesforce from 123.122.124.0. I just randomly typed. This is not correct standard. It's normally 192.168, or it's a public IP. Basically, you put it here and whitelist the range, and then you know what you did and who is allowed right now, right? So hope you like it. And so what we cover is, till now, we talk about audit trail, we talk about the login history, we talk about the login history at user level. We also discussed about the password policy, login access, health check report, and network access from the different location, different places, right? And that's it for today's session. And any questions, anything you would like to know more, comment, and we can discuss in the next video, come up with the right things. Okay, so before you go, don't forget to follow, subscribe, and like, and get back to me. Keep discussing. If you want to see more short videos like this, let me know. We can cover it in the next session. Cheers, guys. Have a good day.